Yes, massive. This is the longest car in the entire world. Longest car in the entire world. Jajano. And it's not done yet. Still going. The car have all a pool. Yeah, car have a pool. I wonder why in there. Funny.
Yeah. Sit down. Now, in this music that we love so much, there's so many great voices that I look up to, great people in this music business. If I should start calling names tonight, I won't stop. Because I grew up listening to people like Alton Ellis and Bob Marley and Dennis Brown and Luciano and Garnet Silk. Alton Ellis celebrating his 80th birthday, September 1st. But one of the voices I really look up to, I mentioned a while ago, his name is Garnet Silk. Do you know Garnet Silk? Do you love Garnet Silk? Now this is one of the songs that I grew up listening to and I always love. I want to pay tribute to him tonight for the great music.
Yeah, massive big up and respect. So today we are at Dezerland Action Park. And we're going to see some movie iconic vehicles right now. Vehicles from all shape and kind we normally see in the movies, them whole heap of different things. Some iconic vehicle where we all see and love from we are child up to this day. So massive, if you just join the video, please may I ask if you like the video right about now. We are currently in Orlando, Florida, massive. Look good, which part the sun are boil, which part the sun hot like a fire. Not even Jamaica sun not so hot. Believe you me not kid you. You understand? Big up massive. So thank you so much for joining. If you just join, please may I ask you if you like the video. Bad machine, you just pull up. You understand? No joke, no doubt. So we're gonna see some iconic vehicle and crazy thing, and it's starting off like this. Watch out. In my Lamborghini just forward down the road. Look good. Upon this. Mad. Lamborghini up there so massive. All of them vehicles actually are forward for the car show. And we are going to see some mad machine today. See? Let's do this. So we stand up right out in front of the road, right at the sign, and we are making our way up. Just like this. See? Mad thing. Look across the road. I feel them spot this. Beautiful, crazy bad machine. Roll out. Yeah, so let's do this. So I actually started from here so you can see exactly how the place look as we go up to the show, as some of the bad car them drive past. Look good. Whole heap of vintage and thing. Yeah, and the show is about to start. So if you're new to Jamaica Walk By, this is how we do it on Jamaica Walk By, where we do all exclusive tours, you know what I mean, walking videos and all of the good stuff. All natural, all unique. When we start, we don't like cut. You understand? We only cut the video for emergency. You know what I mean? That will tell us that the camera always a roll massive. So blessed love. Big up to all my dieted subscribers, them were there with Jamaica Walk By from we start till this day. I want to say thank you guys so much. And all of the new people, them, welcome. See? Yeah. So massive, the rule of the channel is, you know, you start watching video, please we ask if you like the video. Yes, please. Please just give the video a thumbs up. Yeah, like the video, please, and thank you. And remember, you can comment 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times, 10 times if you like. Just drop a comment in the comment section. No joke, no doubt. All right, let's do this. I am honestly not sure where Lexi went, but yeah, look at the place, it's beautiful. Yeah, man. Yeah, let's go. Classic car showroom. So I'm here with Lexi and the baby. So I'm honestly not sure which direction she went, but first let's check out right here so till we can find the entrance and think You know, this is my first time here, so we are going to figure out what to do, just like everybody here watching for the very first time too as well. No joke, no doubt. So pretty much there's just some cars inside here. Not sure if I can see them, but yeah, mad thing. So this is not it, so we're gonna find the entrance. Where did Lexi go? So let's try that way, because I was starting the intro and I told her to go on along to, because the sun is boiling hot, so I'm just tell them to go on, so I could go to this direction here. Orlando, Florida, place clean. The place where me not see no trash and anything up on the street, not even leaf. So big up to all the persons that will control over them place here, to keep the place nice and clean. Big up to all of the residents over here in Orlando. Them say the tourist spot me there still, but I go a couple places well. I mean, I tell us that the place is well kept. It is beautiful, very clean. I can't stop saying it. Like, no joke, no doubt. So all of the massive them will live in Orlando, especially in them area, because this vicinity is located on the I Drive. They call it I Drive, but it's International Drive with the scene. So blessings, man. Let's go. See some people over there and things. So one definitely up on the right track. Yeah. Let's do this. Let's see what is here. Yeah. Nice. Alright, so that should be it. The big sign is right there. Dezerland. Yeah, so let's go. It seems to be restaurants and thing. Nice. Beautiful decor. No, nobody now go out and say nice sun. Well, you know, me not gonna say that because, but I realize these persons over here called white people, they love the sun. So they can get their sun tan and all them things there. So yeah. So the tour officially starts right now. So let's do this. Big up again to all my members. Super appreciate all of you. You know what I mean? We keep on supporting the channel. Mad love, mad respect. Yeah, man. Alright, let me see. So this is the entrance. Who that? Jaja no star. Mad. So first we greet up on this man right here, so from Cars. Right out of the front. Alright, follow me forward. Great time. Mad thing. Yeah. That is it. So me and Lexi called me over here, so let's do this. Beautiful. Let's go. Yes, man. Bless up. Good day. You're welcome. Wow. So this is it?
Yeah, so
Hold on there.
I'm gonna move right
Hold
here.
on there.
So it's free to come in.
Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to chip in next now, yeah.
Alright, so it's free to come in, but the attractions and so you'd have to pay for. But what I see so far, there are some things that you can still see without paying for them, because some of the vintage cars here you can't see them, you know, but at least you wanna get to be up close and personal with them. They have an arcade here. They also gave me this map. They have free Wi-Fi. They have food and drinks, retail stores. Quite a bit of stuff here.
There's so much things going on inside here. So yeah. The place is massive. Like, I wasn't expecting it to be this big. Super big. Wow. Super big.
Are you guys thought I was a teenager.
Yeah, me realize I'm here, she said that. Ah. Wow. So tickets sold here. Wow. Oh yeah. Oh, go around this, Alex. Wow. So it's a massive place. I really didn't realize it would be this big. So massive. We're taking up on a journey today. So may I open and like the video. If you just start watch, please may I beg you, like the video. Zin? Yeah, so we have some museum rules and things. Yeah. Mad thing, no joke, no doubt. That's the rules. Her decks is literally the front of a car. How cool is that? Yeah. Wow. Man. So we're gonna try our best to tour them to see how up close and personal we can get to a few of these cars. Some super iconic vehicles. OMG. Mad thing, man. Yeah. Let's go. Wow.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Wait, you need receipts.
So, it's like literally the front of a car is the decks. How cool is that? Nice.
And the bond exhibit is included in your admission, and that will be part of each one.
The
The bond exhibit across the way is in
Okay.
your admission, and he'll also take you over there as part of the tour.
Okay, great. So
Okay,
can we go ahead and look in the meantime?
Yeah, and then just be back. I would be back at 5 till no later than
5
4
minutes.
o'clock.
Okay.
Because he starts promptly at 4.
Okay, no
Okay,
problem.
great.
So what she's saying is that the tour starts at 4, right at the mystery machine here. So we can go ahead and walk and look, but we have to be back here by
By
4.
4. Alright. Machine. So let's just look on a few of the cars. On this side. Cha-cha. Wow. Whoa, I'm gonna beat this right now. Imagine me have this right now in all Jamaica. Cha-cha no. Machine, brother. Look on that, man. Machine. Why they carry look bossier than they carry them nowadays, boy? Jeez. Jeez. Lord. Black pump, black. Look good. Machine, brother. Yeah. Machine. Jaja no. Really nice. Whoa. Whoa, yo. Yeah. at the style. Look on the style. This look like a Elvis Presley machine. This look like a Elvis Presley machine. What mad. Elvis Presley himself, I feel machinist. Good. Whoa, yo. Lexi? Machine. Yeah. Yeah. Chano. Machine, you know. So if you're loving the video, please, I'm asking you to like the video right now if you're loving the video. Super cool. Mad thing. What a beauty. How much? One Elvis. And it's an Elvis Presley car this. So massive, we're going to get the full details of all these cars and things, you see me? Yeah. Elvis. And it's also Elvis used to roll. So we're going to get the full tour as to the history of what was going on here and the owners of these vehicles and stuff like that. Yeah, mad. Oh, this over here, so you know, look good. Chaman. Mad. Wow. Jano. Jano Star Machine. Woo. Wow. Woo. Beautiful. Mercedes Benz. Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton bonnet. Clean. Machine. Wow. Famous man. Jaja. Who this? See that great man? Yeah.
Alright, so I basically went ahead to see what to expect. I don't think you need to look at them now since we're gonna do the tour.
Yeah.
That means you're gonna show this something 2 times. But yeah, you can probably wait until the tour starts. But they categorize them and separate them by time. Like you have the 20s, the type of vehicles in the 20s. You have all the Batman vehicles, like the Batmobile and stuff. Let me tell you, say,
Crazy. Alright, massive. So this is pretty much just a walkthrough so you can see a few of the cars that is here. But as Lexi say, we're gonna get the detailed tour of each and every one of them. And that tour starts soon. So we just are showing like some of the ones them that we have here. You know what I mean? As we walk through, Jaja no. Kylia, stop baby. Alright, so here we go.
Come back.
Alright, so we're gonna walk out the place. Mommy did have to show on that. OMG. So let's see all of the stuff that this place has to offer. Mad. So we are gonna get an official tour that you get the details of all these vehicles and thing. So let's go, man. But for now we just show you what I go on. January. No, sir. I wonder if this was the real deal. Whoa. No joke, brother. Next. Exit. So these are some engines. Whoa. Who that? We're gonna hear all about these machines. Jaja no. Whoa. Music all playing at this. They're the Richie. Let's go. Wow. This is gonna be so cool. You ready yet? Are you ready for the tour? We're gonna find out all about these cars. Are you ready for the tour? Man, as you can see, the green Garnet, that's in man. Cheese and peace. Are you ready yet? Are you ready yet? Are you ready yet? Kylie, are you ready yet? Are you ready yet? Ready yet? Alright, let's go. Whoa, yo. I swear. Nice. Sorry.
Where's this called?
So this is the longest vehicle in the longest vehicle, the longest car in the world. Yes, massive. This is the longest car in the entire world. Longest car in the entire world. Chajano. And it's not done yet. Still going. The car have all a pool. Yeah, car have a pool. I wonder why in there. Funny. I wonder which part this get for drive. Longest car in the world. Swear. Be a bad machine. Crazy bad machine. No, sir. Shajano. I wonder how this drive. Cause I not see no Benny night. Lexi, what do you think? How that car drive? You can't drive on the road.
Which one?
The long one now. I not see no Benny night.
Well, can't turn the corner. That's all I know.
Then probably just Billy. Alright, massive, so there's so much vehicle all about the place, may I tell you. And the tour is going to start right about now. So this is just a preview. And we are going to get the tour right about now with all of them carrier. No joke, no doubt. The tour is going to start now, man. That is just a preview of what this place has to offer. I may I tell you, cars gone all the way back down, left, right, and all of these places are cars inside of them, bikes, you name it. And we're going to do the full tour right now. This is such an amazing feeling. Trust me. This is a super amazing feeling. And let's get the tour started. And then we're going to walk out the place because the place is massive. It's big. Really big. Wow. This is something that everybody should probably get a chance to see and do. No joke. Wow. So we're getting ready for the tour. What did she say?
Alright. Alright, later then. He's gonna start at 4. So next 2 minutes.
Alright. Nice.
My name is Benji. I am the tour guide for Dezerland Park here inside the Dezerland Park in Orlando. We have over 2,000 cars in this building, which is all privately owned by one person named Michael Desert. His whole collection is worth $300 million, where I will be taking you guys inside to see some of the collection and then also tell you a little bit of the facts and histories of the cars that you'll see here. So I hope you guys, wherever you guys are, especially from in the islands, I hope you guys enjoy yourselves, all right? Respect.
Let's go.
So, once again, we have all of these cars on the left and right, which are all privately owned by one person, in which, once again, Mr. Desert, what he does for a living. So, Mr. Desert, what he does for a living, once again, he's a real estate developer, which that's how he became a billionaire, and which that's what he uses money in order to help collect the cars that he has here. And which one of these cars that we have here is from a movie. This is from a movie called The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, in which that car is a 1957 Cadillac, in which that has a custom kit built on top of that. And it has 2 working motor engines inside, which those engines are still there, which you can see 2 wheels in the front. Now, by Florida law, we must take those batteries out in order to make sure those batteries were preserved, and which if those batteries are left unattended, it can rupture or explode, which can cause the car's engine get corroded, and it can also lose value to the cars as well. But The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, that is a movie that came out in 2003. And which in that movie, it has characters from different stories and they were known for, like Captain Nemo from 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, as well as Tom Sawyer and Dorian Gray, and as well as the Invisible Man. All of them team together to take on a mad tyrant who's trying to start doing World War I. And which this
even Elena, she's actually, a lot of people don't know, is from Bram Stoker.
Yeah, right. That's what I said. She's the Mina Harker, basically. She's, you know, Harker's wife. Yeah, I know Bram Stoker. I read that book.
I like all the movies, and I kind of do my own collection, so it's kind of good.
So this is the actual car they use in the film, but this is the one with the convertible top, in which in that scene where the League went to Venice to stop the tyrant from destroying the city when he planted a bomb inside. And then the League ended up basically driving around to see where the bomb is located. Then that's also when, of course, you know, what happened with Dorian.
Yeah. Because I seen where Tom Sawyer does the flare, since there's a missile to shoot where he was at.
Yep. Now, these vehicles were not owned by Elvis Presley, Marilyn Monroe, or James Dean. These are tribute cars, what they're called, in which these are built by designers who pay tribute to these actors and actresses. That there is a giant version of the Porsche Spider, in which that was the vehicle that ended up killing James Dean, and which that version was built in his honor. And then over there, that's a 1958 Cadillac, in which that Cadillac was built, in which it had a hood ornament of Marilyn Monroe on it. And then we also have, of course, the 1959 Cadillac, which that one there was never owned by Elvis Presley, although most people said he did, but he never did, because he had his own collection of Cadillacs over in Graceland, where he's there resting there today along with his daughter. So this one here was very interesting. Back when Marilyn Monroe was still alive, she herself requested to be sat and driven in a Cadillac when she was a Grand Marshal for the Macy's Thanksgiving Parade. And then that one there, that was actually over at Graceland when that designer who made that car, he was then invited by Elvis's estates, in which they were celebrating his birthday back in 1995. And that actually has a electric keyboard fitted in the dashboard, in which the person who made it did a scenario that if Elvis Presley owned that vehicle, he would have used the keyboard to play.
You see it there, they got the keyboard. Okay.
Yeah, he would have used the keyboard to play music while waiting in traffic. Now that motorcycle has a custom engine, which is a V8 engine in the back. And it is a Harley. Now, before we head on in, so that is the buildings that Mr. Desert has developed in which those buildings he has developed, he has those located in Florida, New York, Las Vegas, and in Jerusalem, in which basically the bottom left corner, that is a building he owned in Jerusalem. The middle one is the building he owned in Las Vegas, and in the right bottom corner, that is the building he owns in New York. The rest of the buildings you see from the second to the top, those are the buildings he owns in South Florida, mostly in Miami, Sunny Isles Beach, Florida, and also in Fort Lauderdale. All right, folks, so let's head on in because we're gonna go straight inside to the first room of our VIP tour. But before we do that, right here, I want to explain to you the limo that beat the previous record back then, and which as of now, since March 1st of 2022, this is the world's longest limo in the world, in which this actually is a Cadillac Eldorado limo. It's actually 7 of them put together, and what you can see down there is how long that limo is. So the current length of this limo is 100 foot and 1.50 inches. You beat that previous record by a fraction of that inch, in which you can see how this is made. And also, this also has 2 working motor engines in the front. We have the first one here, along with the signatures of everyone who was there that day on March 1st to witness Mr. Desert breaking his record. But as the years gone by, everyone else got to sign the limo whenever Mr. Desert comes by, and then they asked. And then the little one there, that is the other part of the engine where the front of the limo is located.
So one question, does this car have a drive?
Yes, in which, since you're a YouTuber, because we had another YouTuber who came by here earlier this year. She is a YouTuber who goes by the name of Supercar Blondie, in which she actually drove that limo here you see, where we took this apart and then reassemble it outside on our parking lot, which is long enough to have that limo driven up and down in the lot there.
Wow.
It wasn't really meant to be on the streets. It was meant to break the record, which Mr. Desert ended up doing. So this is like the length of a train or a blue whale. As you see, it's coming down here. It has 26 wheels put together, and inside, in the back, it can fit up to 75 people all at once. Plus, we have 3 things in the back that was also added onto, which is a mini putt, a hot tub, and a helipad. And which that helipad was actually used a couple of occasions. One was when Mr. Desert got his world breaking certificate, and then he invited a local helicopter pilot to land that helicopter on the helipad. And then the second occasion is when Supercar Blondie came by, and then on her video, she had a helicopter land on the helipad as well. Now over here we have these Vespas. Now Vespas is the name of the scooters that were built by a company named Piaggio, in which they actually built this. But the reason why we have a lot of Vespas in here, because Mr. Desert's first ever vehicle wasn't actually a car, it was a Vespa, in which he ended up buying that when he was raised in Israel. But he kept on buying Vespas to remember himself what was his inspiration of buying cars, but also, you know, his childhood as well. And this is only one half of his collection, where we have over 150 different models inside here. And over there, that's the Cars of Israel, where you can see right there outside a birthday card which has Mr. Desert's face in the front. That is the microcars room. Now, what are microcars? They're actually these cars that has these size here, that's these actual size, in which these cars were actually used back in Europe, which they use still to this day. But most of those microcars have either the minimum amount of wheels, which are 3, but also 4 as well. But most of them were used for either gas or electric. But the reason why they make these cars, because back in Europe, there's narrow roads that are so small, not even an actual regular sized car can fit without the possibility of using these first.
Funny, when I watched Counting Cars, that's how I know about these electric ones. Because one of the people that was on there wanted one so bad, and the owner was like, I don't want it. If you want it, you go. And he drove one, so I know about that.
I think cars like these should still be on the roads because
They are. They still are in Europe, but they have, like, you know, better models now. But these were basically built back then, like in the 60s through the 70s, 80s, and 90s, and some in the early 2000s.
I would do really one of these. You could just pretty much park it,
Speaking of Europe, this room here, these are the vehicles that has cars from those companies that are based from those regions of Europe, such as from France, we have Renaults and Citroens, and then in Italy, we have Fiats and Alfa Romeos. And of course, we have German cars and those companies such as Volkswagen, BMW, Mercedes, and Audi. And then we have cars from Russia, such as Ladas, Muscovich, and as well as Volgas. And these exhibits you guys are looking at now, you can come back and watch them and then see them on your own once we're done with our VIP tour. I'm just explaining to these exhibits while we're walking down to our next room on our VIP tour.
Perfect. We already kind of went around the whole thing.
Okay.
So that's why you don't see me looking excited in there, because I've already seen how these.
No worries. I'm just saying for like those, like you sir, like these you can see on your own once we're done. But I just explain to you some of the facts and, you know, histories of some of these. Example, this is the second half of the Vespa collection, but it's not only we have the Vespas in here, but we also have other motorbikes in here, such as Whizzers. Whizzers is a company based in the late 70s and 80s that before we had electrical bikes that we used to get around, they had gasoline bicycles, in which they used these back then, which of course had the one-cylinder engines in it.
So similar to like what people do now when they put like a lawnmower engine or stuff like that, the kits on the mountain bikes.
Oh yeah.
Pretty much the same concept of where they got it from.
Yeah. All right, everyone, let's head on into the first room on our VIP tour. Now, welcome everyone to the Batcave. Now, the reason why we call this the Batcave in here, because these are the Batmobiles that were originally used on the sets of the TV show and the movies that star in the Cape Crusader Batman. So Batman, of course, everyone knows, is like one of the most famous DC comic heroes that ever was made, but it's basically the vehicles that made him very popular. Now, these cars that you see here were built by a designer named George Barris. George Barris is a famous car designer who's known for a lot of his work, including making the Batmobiles, the Green Hornets car. He even made the Monkeys Mobile for the band. He even made the Monsters coach for the TV show The Monsters. And as well as, I believe, I don't think it's the DeLorean though. I think he also made the kit as well.
Yeah, I think the Night Rider.
Yeah, he did make kit, that I know. But like I said, these are all the models that he had helped made, in which right here, that's the original iconic 1966 Batmobile, in which that one there was actually used on the set of the TV show which starred Adam West and Burt Ward. And they used the concept of a 1962 Lincoln Futura to make this for the show, in which once again, the one in the middle is from the show, while if you see the one in the small cave, along with the Batboat and the Batcycle, all three of those were actually used in the 1966 movie that came out after the first season of the TV show, where all of the four villains that was from the first season teamed together to take on Batman and Robin. Over there, that's the iconic 1989 Batmobile, which was the Batmobile which was used on the set of the first Batman movie, starring Michael Keaton as Batman, in which that one there also is a concept of a vehicle which they end up using a 1967 Chevy Impala to make that into the Batmobile, along with the Batmobile that was in Batman Returns and the Bat Missile. And then finally, the Batmobile with the very long tail in the back, that is the Batmobile from the third Batman movie called Batman Forever. Now, the Batmobile that you, my VIPs, get to sit in on your tour is going to be right here, which is only one at a time. Oh, it's a VIP tour, but if you wait, I'll let you sit in it.
CJ. Just her. She doesn't sit here.
Oh, you can pick up the bat phone if you like.
Just her. I made my point, but
That's fine too.
you're sure?
Yeah. Like I said, I mean, there's not a lot of people on the VIP tour, so that's why. But yeah, next time if you want to like do the VIP tour, like I said,
Can you help her?
I got it.
Sorry, I'm like.
That's why I got it.
She's going in.
And the handle is very functional, or is it just you've just been
This?
pushing it up?
Yeah, it's a latch.
Nah, I don't sit in this.
Don't forget to use the Batmobile.
Bad phone.
Your first time being here?
Yeah, my first time. Wow.
Respect.
Hello. Oh yeah, I'm gonna drive out right about now. Yeah, I'm coming for it.
Don't be a rude boy though.
I was like.
Ready to mash up some criminals and all that?
I tell them, I just make a call a while ago and tell them send me a forward.
Oh yeah, that's
Nice. Yeah.
day, okay?
Thank you so much. You just made their day.
Well, that's what I'm here for.
He's
All right.
just huge. He's so tall. He's like, I don't know that my knees are gonna fit.
Well, you know what's funny? Adam West, I think he was 6'3", so like,
doing the same thing.
yeah.
No, just let him do it.
Thank you, though.
Sorry.
All right, enjoy the rest of your day, guys. My VIPs, we're gonna continue our tour. So we're gonna go to the next room, which is the Cars of the Stars, where we have 2 cars inside. You get to sit in, okay? All right, let's continue. Once again, if you have any questions, please let me know. So we got more cars you guys can see later on. Once again, we have over here, that's the muscle car room, in which those vehicles in there have cars with horsepower engines built into them, giving that raw, you know, power that the cars were meant to, in which most of them were made by Chevrolet with Camaros, Ford with their Mustangs, and of course Trans Ams with their Firebirds. And we also have custom cars that were used in racing events such as drag racing with that Beetle you just passed on the left. and of course this Ford pickup truck, which was also used in the drag racing. And then we also have this Beetle, which was used in a Baja Championship event in California. And we have that Mercedes, which was used in the Gumball 3000 rally race. So that's a custom Honda Accord 1997 model made by a art designer who made this entire design in and out of the car.
I feel like we did like the Terminator thing.
Exactly. These kind of seats.
And those seats are not comfortable.
Oh, I don't like
Both the front and the back.
bigger seats back and it's got finally has a little cushion.
Mm-hmm.
These cars are more like looking good inside driving.
All right, let's continue to go to the Cars of the Stars. Once again, these will be here once you're done on the tour. So the next room over here you get to see once we're done is the Chrysler Lounge, in which Chrysler is the company that built these models here, in which these cars were built back in the 50s and 60s. We have models such as Imperials, New Yorkers, LeBarons, and 300s. Once again, you guys can check this out once we're done. Over here we have the England exhibit, in which in those rooms there's 3 of them connected both down here. We have vehicles from those companies based in England such as Rolls-Royce, Aston Martin, Jaguar, Bentley, Triumph, BSA, and Austin Mini. The next room over here, that is the Great Gatsby room. Inside that room we have vehicles that's been used by that were built and used back in the roaring 20s, 30s, in which these vehicles here, those models were designed with the Art Deco design, which that was the design that were famously known, in which that were this retro look back in the 20s and 30s, including some of those designs that they used to make the Empire State Building and the Chrysler Building. So we have models in there such as from companies like Cadillac, Buick, Chrysler, Dodge, and Graham. Now we're almost towards the Cars of the Stars, but as you see, we're coming down towards that hall, right there straight in front of you. That is a 1974 Ford Falcon XB GT Coupe, or better yet, this is actually Mad Max's car from the Mad Max films, which is known as the Interceptor.
It's funny, my friend from Massachusetts, his father has one, and every time a show comes in, a new movie of Mad Max, he drives it up to there and he does the little red strips that kind of park it, and he has the same kind of replica of this one.
Well, this is not a replica. This is the actual car they used when they were filming over in Australia, where Ford actually built this in Australia. That's why the driver's seat is not on the left, it's on the right. And there's still some damage left from it, because in the second film, they end up torching this car, in which it got destroyed. But when they finished making the film and the production, they ended up remodeling this car once they took out the original body and then replaced it with an engine, a brand new engine and kit, to make it look more just from the original first film. But that blower isn't the original blower. It was just a prop they added on there just to show, you know, the look for the design
of the car.
Yeah, because the actual engine is underneath that prop.
And I can tell you, my friend, he did the same thing. Because reality, when everyone says you can't really start a supercharger when you want to, it kind of stays on.
Yeah. Now we have the vehicles from the Fast and the Furious franchise. These were driven by the stunt drivers, not the actors who were in the film. So that there is the 1995 Mitsubishi Eclipse, In that movie, that was Brian's car he had for a while until he ended up losing it in a race where he bet his pink slip against Dom, where he used his Mazda RX-7, where he tried to win by using the nitro inside, but he ended up damaging his engine in the process. And then in the middle, that is the 1987 Buick Grand National, in which that is the vehicle from which it was used on the set of the Ford film called Fast and Furious, where in the beginning of that movie, Dom and his crew ended up attempting a heist where they tried to end up stealing a tanker fueler which has had gas, in which they used that to get back to the community. You can still see the damage left from its use, in which this one here, once again, both the stunt driver and Vin Diesel sat in that car together, where Vin Diesel didn't do anything while the stunt driver actually drove it, in which he drove it in the opposite direction. So there's no engine right here in the front, because the actual engine is actually in the back of that trunk. And then finally, that is the 1994 Acura Integra. That Acura Integra was also on the set of the first film, The Fast and the Furious, because that's the same model there that was used in the film, which Ja Rule, the rapper, played his character using that vehicle in that same race with the Eclipse, the RX-7, and the Civic. Once we're ready, folks, here's the Cars of the Stars room, because right here in front of you is the next vehicle on your VIP tour you get to sit in. Now, this is the DeLorean. This is the car that became the time machine car from which it was in the film Back to the Future, in which in that movie, this was the vehicle that the scientist Doc Brown ended up making this into the time machine, in which this is the model that came from the second film, where Doc Brown came back from 2015 back to 1985, where he ended up asking Marty to come back to help him out. But he showed Marty how he ended up using this model here, because the original model uses plutonium. But he ended up replacing that and using the Mr. Fusion here, where he ended up putting all the garbage he could find inside the Mr. Fusion, which then the Mr. Fusion ended up fueling the car using the garbage inside. And then he showed Marty not only this DeLorean can go up to 88 miles per hour if you decide to drive, but this model here can also fly as well, because back in 2015 where they were going, they did not need any roads. But for you, my VIPs, this is the next vehicle on your VIP tour. You guys get to sit in, but also only one at a time can sit in inside, okay?
Surprise, 2015 gone and we still like
well,
get to do nothing.
Well, next year it's going to be 10 years since it's been 2015.
Yeah, and I don't pretty much see much difference at all.
We're now in Cars of the Stars, where we have cars from different movies and TV shows, including the car from Back to the Future, the time machine car, the DeLorean, in which one of your beer Johns had just sat inside. So we got other cars here we're going to go to, in which they've got the next one on our VIP tour. Now, just in case, that is not a Tesla. That is a 2011 Kia Optima LX, and that is on the 2014 remake of RoboCop. But we got the original one here. That's a 1986 Ford Taurus.
And you don't even find them anymore. They rusted out so bad that a lot of them are not.
And then that there, next to it, that is a 1974 Ford Falcon, Ford Gran Torino. That was from the TV show Starsky and Hutch. But it was also in the movie, which starred Ben Stiller as Starsky and Owen Wilson as Hutch, where this one here showed up near the end, which the original actors came by with this vehicle. We do have that car. That is the Ferrari 308 GTS from Magnum PI, the red Ferrari there. Next, between the Mach 5 is the black Ferrari. This is from the TV show Miami Vice. That is the Ferrari Daytona. That was Sonny Crockett's car in that show. And then the Mach 5, that is a concept of a Corvette, in which they used that in 2 different occasions. One of them was they used it on a commercial, which they were promoting the show on a cable channel, TBS. And then the other one was actually used on set of the film, which was directed by the Wachowskis.
The theme song just came on too.
Now, that is a stock model of the Porsche Spyder. Once again, that was the vehicle that killed James Dean, but that's not the actual vehicle that you see there that was, killed James Dean. That's just the stock model, because the original car that killed James Dean is now scrapped and destroyed. But that's what the Porsche Spyder looked like back then.
If I ask you, I'm really not sure. Who is James Dean?
James Dean is an actor, and he's also a racer, but he's known for his acting skills. He's known as like the bad boy of acting because of his, characters. He's like a bad boy. One of his famous movies he's known for doing is called Cool Hand Luke, where he plays like a rebel, in which he also did another movie called A Rebel Without a Cause, in which those were his famous movies that which made him, known. Mm-hmm.
So the car was built to be super recklessly fast. It wasn't built stock, and that's why he's telling you this is just a stock version. His version was more high performance, and if you couldn't handle it, you could get hurt really
Because once again, James Dean was a racer, a stock car racer, or Indy stock car racer. But yeah, right, what he's looking at, so once again, that's a 1965 amphibian car, or what we like to call it, the boat car. Sorry, 67, not 65. But yeah, these amphibian cars have 2 actual engines. One in the front, which is for the car, and the other in right here in front of you, this is for the boat. But most of these were built back in New York, in which they used it for world fairs, and they show you, how, basically, dual engines can be used. So they're very rare, but they have them out there in Disney. That they have them at this restaurant called the Boathouse.
Yeah, we were at.
That's what we were telling them. There's like 6. They have 6 of the ones known to the world. I think they made around a little bit under 4,000.
Yeah.
And he was saying how much they go for pricing. So the ones they have for Disney, they go for like 130 to 140,000.
Yeah, and Mr. Desert has one of these that are in that price range you just said the first time. Because they're still active. You just had to put like a tray on the bottom so the oil won't seep out. Okay, folks, let's head over to the next car on our VIP tour. Once again, all of these, and here you can see these. That is the Monkeys Mobile. Once again, another car that George Barris built. He used a 1967 Pontiac GTO as the car in which this was the car they built this out of. Now, the Monkeys is the name of the band. They're kind of like the, spin-off of the Beatles. But most of the members are from the UK, but one was from the US. Now, there's only one member left from that band, and his name is Mickey Dolenz, in which he's the drummer.
Super stylish.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to be driving in this with my friends. My friends rolling,
Yeah. But like I said, it was mostly used for the band, in which they used it in their TV show. But then when the band got so popular, they ended up going on a world tour, which they used this with they drove this with it. So that is the Dragula. That is the name of this vehicle. And once again, this is another George Barris car he built. So he used a 1923 Ford T-Bucket drag car in order to build this vehicle. This was in the episode of The Monsters where Grandpa Monster built this using a coffin as the body, and he used pipes from an organ to use as the exhaust, and then he used his his grandson's bicycle wheels in order to use the front. And then he used this vehicle at the end in order to win back the family's car, which is right over here, which is the Ford 1923 Ford T-Bucket Hot Rod, but we call this the Monsters Coach, which this is the family's car in the show. Now, once again, the Monsters is a TV show back in the late 50s and 60s where the whole entire family are just monsters, actual monsters, in which the husband, Herman, he is the Frankenstein's monster. His wife, Lily, and her father, Grandpa, they're both vampires. Their son, Eddie, he is a werewolf. And then their only cousin, who's the only human in the family, is their distant cousin named Marilyn with the polka dot dress. She's the only one in the family that is the odd one out of the group because she's not a monster, even though her last name is Monster. Well, fun fact, the Dragula, that was the name of the song that Rob Zombie made, which he got the inspiration for that song.
Okay.
And Rob Zombie also made a Monsters movie.
Okay, see, I didn't even know that.
Well, that Monster movie came out like, I think a few years ago, back in like 2023 or 22.
I'll look it up.
Yeah, but that's like the only I think that's one of like the only Rob Zombie movie that's like PG-13.
Yeah, because most of his are gore and violent.
Yeah, because this one here, I think this movie is like a origin story about how Herman and Lily met each other.
I'm about to look it up.
Yeah, and of course it can't be a movie about his wife. So, and she's the one that plays Lily. But this is the next vehicle on our VIP tour, which is the Ecto-1. This is the car from Ghostbusters. This is a 1959 Cadillac hearse. This Cadillac hearse has been used on the set of the film when they used it back 40 years ago when that movie came back out on June 8th, 1984. I can't believe I remember that.
I don't know, why does these cars seem so big in real life?
Because it's a hearse. It's a 1959 Cadillac hearse.
And with Cadillacs, they were always long, luxurious cars back then.
Mm-hmm.
So with these ones, the rare of them, a lot of them are hearse or ambulance that were converted.
It reminded me of that movie Cadillac Records, because most of the artists buys Cadillacs. So, but it's just like you said, Cadillacs are known for the luxurious looks, but they're an American company. But of course, this is the theme song playing right now. But once again, this hearse, most of the hearses were also ambulance cars. But this one here's the original 59 funeral hearse, which they converted that into the Ecto-1, in which in the back you can see most of the equipment that the Ghostbusters use to help analyze, find, track, and capture ghosts. And that gurney that they used to put the coffin on the top, they modified it to place your proton packs inside. So this is the next vehicle on your VIP tour you guys get to sit in.
I ain't gonna lie, I like Cadillac, so it's good. This one.
Oh, and this one also was signed by one of the recent actors or actress who was in the new movie. Her name is McKenna Grace. She played the granddaughter of Egon in the new movie Afterlife, and then the most recent new movie, Frozen Empire. And I just want to say I love your shirt. I didn't know it was like you're a dog or anything.
Yeah, I wear a lot of dog shirts. I love dogs. Yeah, I was trying to get a dog.
Well, my favorite ones is like huskies. I don't know why.
You don't want to get a husky?
Aw. Is it very chatty?
It depends. They're just very high maintenance is what I try to tell people.
I know.
They're harder to train. Mine used to open doors, so you gotta pay attention to that.
unhook the leash if you don't get the twist one.
They're very smart. And then I used to have a Inu Shiba, but she died like 8 years ago.
See, mine, she died of old age. She was 15 years old.
Yeah, she was 8, but she had like a affection, so we couldn't do anything about it. We had to like put her down. But now I have a corgi, so.
See, this is when she was 5.
Aw. Yeah, I love the fur too. Such a good fur. But yeah, my corgi, he's a boy, and he's like 4 years old now.
Here's my boy.
Aw, it looks like a lab.
He's a golden retriever.
Oh, it's a golden retriever. All right, after this, we're gonna go to the last room on our VIP tour, which is the James Bond Museum, everyone. But no, I love it how you said. Mm-hmm. And then my niece, she has a pit in which she's a girl, and she's 2 years old, and she's very loyal. So I don't know why people don't like pits. I just love them because they're just, they're so respectable. Like they literally,
Train them right, they're good.
yeah, they do. Well, we brought her from a shelter, and they said that the trainer died, but she was well taken care of because the trainer basically was like a senior. So they didn't have no place for her to go, so they put her in a shelter. But no, my corgi, she's like I said, he's 4, and I name him Wise because he looks like a smart dog. Like literally, he'll tell me when he want to go to the bathroom, and then he wants to sleep with me on my bed, but sometimes in his house as well. Mostly in my bed if it gets cold, if it's like too hot or if it's too cold.
See, my husky at 6 o'clock in the morning, she'll always wake me up, and if I don't pay attention, she'll slap me with her paws.
Oh, that's what my corgi does. He doesn't actually slap me with my claw. He literally licks me, or else he'll just barks until I wake up.
See, that's her last resort. If you try to not answer her, she's gonna wake you up. She ain't letting you sleep.
Mm-hmm. And then, like I said, whenever he wants to use the bathroom, he literally stands at the door and looks at you until you open up the door. He doesn't go he doesn't go until you let him out.
Do you know what that car is from?
I don't know, unfortunately. Like I said, I know it's like a concept car from which it was from a movie or TV show, but I got to look more to that. So, like I said, and I've been seeing that car ever since I've worked here, so I have no idea.
I went by there and I'm like, I don't know if I've ever seen that car.
I think most people told me it's from iRobot, but I haven't seen, it's been a while since I've seen that movie, so.
I don't know, his car was a little bit different.
And yes, that is Wally right there. If you look right
She
there.
thought he was from Wally, that car, and I was like, I don't think I remember.
No,
seeing
it's the car, it's the
little character.
model next to it is Wally. Well, we're gonna head to the James Bond Museum, so. Now, what I really want, I want a Saint Bernard. I like dogs that are fluffy and
Yeah, they're big.
big.
I was trying to get one on our vacation.
The reason why I want one because, well, I saw Cujo. It's not because of that. It's just they're just so cute and innocent. You know what's funny? So you knew about Cujo?
He saw Cujo and he said, no, no, no.
Well, you know what's funny? So I seen the movie and I met the actress Dee Wallace. She's such a sweetheart. And I got her to sign my book. I had a copy of Cujo, and then I also had her sign E.T. because she played the mom in the movie.
Oh, awesome.
But yeah, she even told me some things that when she was working on Cujo, like most of those dogs that she worked with, they're such cute and such sweethearts. Like when they were attacking her in the movie, they weren't even attacking her. They were just trying to find a treat or the snack they hid inside her, and then basically licked on her until they, you know, stopped. It was actually puppets and people in suits that were attacking the mom.
That's making it a special effect.
Yeah. But most of the dogs that, you know, were in there, they were literally, she said they were like such sweethearts because, you know, they had their owners and trainers, and which the owners tells them where the treat is, and then they ended up basically going after her and then just, you know, sniffing around, and then that's when they found the treat, and then, you know, supposedly attacking her.
That's a good way to make it look, because the dog will look for that treat.
Because they added the sound effects, you know, like make it look like she was being mauled or something or attacked. But anyways, over here, those two vehicles, those Land Rovers, those are from the most recent James Bond film, which is called No Time to Die.
Okay.
So that's where that's from. And then over here, we have this tank. And that tank, that was actually from GoldenEye, in which that is the tank that was used on the set of GoldenEye. But that Russian tank actually used to run, but we had to de-weaponize it in order for it to basically be inside our museum, because if it wasn't taking all the weapons out, it would still been you know, a active weapon. So anyways, like I said, that tank does run, but it doesn't have any weapons. So
It would have sucked to try to move that around.
yeah. Yeah. Huh?
Blame them?
Do I what?
Do you blame them
Blame them?
for dismantling everything?
No. Honestly, I would say if we're in a situation that causes us to have every man for themselves, I call this on the tank. Like I said, I mean, I'll find a way to like make the weapons work, but it's like my last resort to protect me.
Right, exactly.
All right, we're gonna go in here because that's where the James Bond Museum is located. All right, folks, so this is the last room on our VIP tour, in which this here is the James Bond Museum. This is what makes up the $100 million of Mr. Desert's collection by this room by itself, in which, as you can tell, Mr. Desert is a huge James Bond fan, in which he has over 95% of these cars that were from the actual films they were used in, from which Dr. No, which this is the Dragon, which was shot on the shores of Jamaica, in which, of course, in that movie, that's where Bond was located, in which he went on to Crab Key Island. I wish that was a real place. But if you can tell me this, you know that, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, where you jumped over the alley with the alligators and stuff, and crocodiles.
Oh, that's in Louisiana.
In Jamaica, I actually did a video there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, where he was with the black guy with one hand.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they did shot that, I forgot. Yeah. And then, you know, also in Jamaica, there's a place that Ian Fleming, the one who made the James Bond, the books, this family has a resort which is called the GoldenEye Resort. Am I right? Yeah, that's in Jamaica. In which basically, you know, that's where also Sean Connery unfortunately passed away as well. But like I said, anyways, all these cars in here except for that wasn't in the James Bond film. So that actually is a 2016 Aston Martin DB9 GT Bond Edition car. There were only 150 of these made, and out 150 of them, 10 of them had convertible tops. in which this one here is one of them, because this is the 41st model that also has one of the most beautiful looking engines I would love to show you folks today. And that engine is a V12 6.0 liter twin turbo 540 horsepower engine, meaning this car can go from 0 to 60 in 3.2 seconds. And most of the parts you see here aren't plastic, they're carbon fiber, iron cast aluminum, and iron cast metal. So this here is very sturdy. And the value of these cars when these came out ranges from 400,000 to up to 650,000 back then, since that's, you know, depending on the number of the model you were given. But since they no longer make these models anymore, there's still 150 of them out there now, basically in record, in which they haven't been damaged or, you know, sold or whatever happened to them. But now, since their values have been increased, since they no longer make them anymore, they are now worth to, well, the cheapest one you could try to get is 900,000, but the most expensive one, that one goes up to 2.2 million. Now, this one here, since this is the 41st model, this one here is actually 1.7 million. All right, everyone, the moment you've been waiting for, we have our last vehicle on our VIP tour. And that last vehicle is not this DB5 Mini, unfortunately.
I was gonna say, trying to say I'm short.
No, I'm actually gonna say you're gonna sit in this. This is the last vehicle you guys get to sit in. So this is the 1939 Rolls-Royce Phantom. This Rolls-Royce Phantom, this is the vehicle that was used on the set of the third film called Goldfinger. That's because this is Goldfinger's car that he had over there in that movie. Oh, not only he owned this car, he also owned that jet. That is an actual private jet we have in here. It's a 1962 Lockheed Jetstar II, in which on this occasion, how we ended up bringing it here is simple. We took it apart, both in and out of the jet, and then we dismembered it, dismantled it, and then we brought it in here as they were still building this museum when Mr. Dezer brought this entire building, in which this entire building used to be a mall. I forgot to tell you that. So when Mr. Dezer and his crew brought this whole jet in here, they then ended up reassembling this whole jet inside here, which was the first item they brought here while building this museum. And they also welded it together to make sure the jet stays in place. And since they did this method, it can no longer fly anymore because of what they did to it. So unfortunately, this won't live to see another sky again. But back to this, in which this Phantom, this was actually driven by a person who was Mr. Goldfinger's henchman, bodyguard, butler, and chauffeur all at once. And he goes by the name of Odd Job, not Random Task if you watch Austin Powers. That is a parody. That is a parody of James Bond. So, anyways, Odd Job, he's known for being very strong, and he's also known for carrying around this hat, not a shoe. Once again, that's Random Task, not Odd Job. So when Odd Job takes off this hat, he then throws this hat like a frisbee. But whatever you do, do not let that hat end up hitting your neck or your head, because you will lose your head in the process, because he has a metal razor blade around his edge of his hat, in which we do have that actual hat here. It's in the very back of this museum where you see a lot of collectibles there, in which those collectibles are all James Bond related, from toys, games, books, memorabilia, movie props, etc. In which you guys can see that once we're done. And which also that's where the hat is, where it's sitting on top of a pedestal on a metal inside of a glass case with the mirror showing you the metal blade. Also, one of my favorite things over there is the golden gun, or as I like to call it, the gun that ruins a lot of friendship life when we played GoldenEye 007 on the Nintendo 64.
He's my favorite character in GoldenEye 64 game.
And he's broken because he's that short. Yes, I play him too.
Only slappers.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. That's why he's one of my favorite characters to play in GoldenEye.
Everybody.
Next to Mayday. But anyways.
Funny thing is, I just bought the game again for N64.
See, I wish I had another N64, but right now I'm playing it on my Switch.
Yep, they brought it back with the Switch. Huh?
And on the Xbox Game Pass.
Yep.
But anyways, this is the last vehicle everyone on your VIP tour, so I just want to tell you guys, thank you so very much. And then to all my people in the island of Jamaica, I respect y'all, you know, me love y'all and all that. you know, me want to come back there soon and go see all my brethren and sisters there. You know, you guys are welcome. You guys are, you know, I love you all. Respect, you know that.
Yeah, that was a super nice tour and thing. And this is the James Bond room showcase. Wow. I open to enjoy the tour and thing as we walk through right about now and show you the cars and all of the great things them. Yeah, massive, no joke, no doubt. You see me? There is so much cars here. There is an actual plane inside here. Look at that. Wow, it's crazy. The James Bond franchise. Wow. Let's see if we can find Ajab's at. That was so interesting. So massive, if you like the video so far, if you've been enjoying what you have seen and heard, please, I'm asking you to like the video. Please drop a comment. Wow. Nice. Bond. James Bond. Mad. One James Bond. No other than the man, they hear that? One James Bond. Yeah, him too. I rate him. That band is mad. As a matter of fact, that band is mad too, you know. I rate that band too, you know. Mad thing. Real. Real. James Bond. Man. James Bond prop. 007. Man. Nice. All this franchise for James Bond. Mad thing. Where is Ajab at? I'm looking for Ajab's at. Ah, here is that. Man. Beautiful. I said this is the actual at. Whoa, these are real. These are real. Man. Wow. Woo, look at that. Wow, nice. See how thick these glasses? Man. Beautiful. Wow. Look at this, baby. Look at this. Why James Bond did have everything, brother. Man. Jaja. Jaja. Mad thing. Look good. Look good. No joke. James Bond. One Bond. Man, only James Bond. thing. This original over there, so look good. Mad. There are so much cars. Like, remember this one? Wow. Shano. Machine. Look good. Jano. Yeah, massive. So this is it for the James Bond section, the James Bond franchise and things. So we are roll out. Man, there's actual plane inside here. So let's go, massive. That was super cool. Real machine. $1.8 million car right here. So bossy. Look for machine, Goldfinger machine. And let's do this. The James Bond franchise. Super nice. Wow. Let's go. Let's continue the tour. Let's meet up with Lexi and get the rest of the show on the road. You see me? No joke, no doubt. Wow, man. Love it here. Hope you all enjoying the show. See? Yeah, man. Let's do it. Wow. So we are just gonna see what's the other stuff inside of here is all about. So I realize it's a place that you can take your entire family to sit, chill and have fun. The tour was so nice. Very, very nice. So we're just gonna do a walk around to close off the tour to let you see it's a place for your entire family. So first, you have this side. Yeah. So let's see. So we're up on an avenue right now inside of the place. Lex. Let's see what some of these places look like. Nice. Loads of cars and stuff. Just trying to see some of this stuff. Hey, we meet again. What's up? Yeah, so this is a closed store. So we're just showing you some of the stuff that you can find in this place. Alright, so pretty much you can shop for a variety of stuff in here. Alright, we're just passing through. Yeah, we're just passing through. Let's go. Nice. Cars. Loads of cars. Toys. Yeah. Yellow car. Yeah. And Lexi looking beautiful today. Yeah, man. Young girl. Lady say Lexi look like she underage. Yeah. Let's go. So I like how they set up inside here. You can see they make it like an avenue. And this is a go-kart ring. Machine. Wow. Man, oh wow. Check this out. Machine. Look good. So you can get stuff to buy. Wow. Oh. So if you want to watch movies, this is the way to the cinema center camera. Wow. you can drive your go-karts and stuff here. Want something to eat? Well, this no smell bad at all. What you say about this? Oh, we're at the front. Nice. Lexi. I didn't even realize that we went all the way back around. So this is the guy who owns the place. That's rich. Big up to yourself. You don't know. Big up yourself, my general. You're going good and you did a great thing. Yeah, man. That is it. Great DP. So yes, massive, if you enjoyed the video, you like what you saw here, blessed love and respect, I'm asking you to like the video and give it a thumbs up. You know what I mean? Crazy amount of cars, beautiful cars, a lot of time put into this place to get it to be what it is. And I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. If you watch the other videos, drop a few comments and things. Tell me what your favorite car that you saw so far and all of the good things them. You see me, I say blessings and respect. You know, the arcade is over there and there are tons of things to do. So place to bring your entire family and all of the great works. You know what I mean? No joke, no doubt. So one love, big up and respect. We outside, mad thing.
You seem to be sometimes angry, sometimes sad. Splashing, dashing, restless sea. Never still you seem to be sometimes angry, sometimes sad. I see enemies around on me. Don't let them conquer me. Show me what my eyes can see. Oh, Father, cover me, Jah, long as I live. Oh, bless me, Lord. Rock the toe. Yeah! Yeah! Can I talk about love? Whoa, 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 whoa. This is the Longest Indoor Love Doctor. Where my love is at? Rock the club. Yes, I'm your love doctor. Call me anytime you need me, baby. I know you like it like this. And when I kiss you on your lips, I'm your love doctor. Call me anytime you need me, baby. Girl, call me anytime when you're ready for the bump and grind. It's only you, only you. You're all I need. I did you wrong, oh wrong, and I'm sorry. I'm missing you. That's why I'm singing this song. You're gonna need some medication. Run that time, sing along. I'm your love doctor. Call me anytime you need me, baby. I know you like it like this. And when I kiss you on the lips, I'm your love doctor. Call me anytime you need me now, now, baby. I'm here anytime when you're ready for the bump and grind. Girl, you're so fine, so fine, and you're one of a kind. But since you left me, baby, I can't carry on. Give me one more chance to make it right. You're gonna need my love. What did I say? Yes, I'm your love doctor. Call me anytime you need me, baby. I know you like it like this. Hey, when I kiss you on your lips, I'm your love. Call me. Whoa, anytime when you're ready, now when you're ready, and say yeah, 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 yeah. Say yeah, yeah, yeah. Say yeah, yeah, yeah. Say yeah, say yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, root it up. Now are you ready? 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 Come be ready now. Oh, let's go. Yes, I'm tired, but I still wanna love you tonight. Yes. Cause you've been waiting, and I wanna love you all night. Yes. And though I'm weary, still wanna give you love. I still wanna make you feel. And this is, if you believe in love, just wave on it again. Hey, sing, because you're way too beautiful. You're beautiful to me, sis. You're more wonderful. Yes, every day is bliss. Yes, you're way too beautiful. How could I resist your love? Your love. Hey! let me show you who I am. Take you on the corner, show you where I'm from, yeah. You don't know what Jamaica me from. Tuggy screw face, so down there today. Cartoon box, push can't have me from. One more time, enjoy life anywhere we can, yeah. Girl, me know say you never want come. Baby, no friend because the war done, yeah. Mackerel and rice with enough. The walk boil down with some butter put in up. Holiday time, we no got no plaza. Shop down the lane beside the ladder. And let me show you which part the border. No cross it, you save up on the side. And do no step in and the gutter water. Don't see up your day, just your mother. Say, I am rich in love, financially I'm a father. It's just you that I'm after. Cause that's all enough to give. Ain't nothing no shatter. Rather come see me out, yeah. And I am rich in love. Oh, rich in love. Hey, cause that's all enough. This is our show. Rotterdam, I want everybody say yeah, 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 yeah. Say yeah, yeah, yeah. Say yeah, yeah, yeah. Say yeah, 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 yeah. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Say love sick, love sick, say love sick,
I take a few. I don't
love
do it
sick.
right now.
Now this is the Love Sick tour. I have a brand new album. It's called the Love Sick album. You know we're full of love. Yeah. Now listen to the story. When I say something not right, I can't see good at night. Oh baby, butterflies in belly, and I'm smiling endlessly. Now you have me wondering, what have you done to me? Are you me blame to be like this? You want me inside ecstatic, and now I'm wondering if I'm lovesick. Is this real or is it a myth? I know I'm not going crazy. No wonder me I lose my mind. And if I'm not losing it, why am I feeling this? Baby, it's a sign you should be dead.